All right, you guys, welcome back to Ragdown Planting. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I have a treat. These are called clay pebbles. And what are clay pebbles? Clay pebbles are little pebbles that absorb water and gradually give them to your plants. These are good for propagation. This is my first time ever getting one. This is my first bag and everything. I'm super excited. I have some clippings that I want to do, and I want to try these. So here they are. Clay pebbles. All right, storage. Store with bag clothes in a cool, dry place. Keep out of reach of children. Recommendations. We recommend wearing gloves while handling the soil. Avoid breathing clay pebble dust. Wash hands thoroughly after use. Directions. Please visit czgarden.com for instruction, tips, formula, etc. We welcome you to join to share information with our gardening community. Ingredients: all natural expand clay pebbles. This product has been approved for organic gardening. All right. And they have some other brands here too. Oh, I see. So this company has their own soil, their own organic perlite, their own cactus soil, potting soil, organic orchid mix. I'm just stuttering today, excuse me. Fiddle leaf fig potting mix, organic peat moss. Ooh, I want to try that because I've recently started getting into the moss as well. Now, pH stable, provides drainage, promotes root growth, reduce soil compact. Yeah. So if you don't want to use soil, you can use this. So, looking at my supplies, I don't have what I need. What I need is like plastic cups with drainage at the bottom, like starter pots. I pitched them all away. See, I've been getting rid of things, letting things grow since spring in and fall hit. I've been letting plants grow. I've been getting rid of things. I've been propagating. I've been repotting things, putting sticks in things. I've been buying new lights. So I've been rocking and rolling. I've been doing some things with my plants. And I continue to listen to the elders at the gardening centers. I continue to watch my YouTube videos. I continue to read all about plants, just finding out things, just trying to be a better gardener. Because, you know, that's why I called myself Ragdown Planting, because in the beginning, I was killing more than I was growing. You know what I'm saying? So this makes my 6th year of being a plant mommy. And I'm so excited. So back to the clay pebbles. So once I get the material that I need, because I want to make some clippings. This here is my lime philodendron. Ooh, she's beautiful, right? And I want to clip this plant. This big piece here that you see, this here is like a shoot that came off the side. So I want to clip this, propagate it, and put it in with the clay pebbles. So then I'll have 2 of this plant. Look at that. Look at that. And you know what else I've learned about this plant? What I learned about this plant is, first of all, When I first pot this plant, I had it in a terracotta pot. This plant doesn't like terracotta pots. She likes her soil to remain moist between waterings, not wet, but moist. So I put her into a plastic container. And she's done really good. When she was in the terracotta pot, as the pot was drying out, her leaves would droop. Now I don't have any more droopiness between waterings. So she likes to hold on to that moisture on her roots. She is so pretty. And you know what else I learned about this plant? I also learned this plant loves the plant light. Not the different color plant light, but the white plant light. Because she just got growth after growth. Look at this. New growth, new growth. Yes. So I want to propagate this and use it with the pebbles. These plants love light. Okay. Let's see what the house plants of Encyclopedia says about the clay pebbles. Because I've done most of my research online. So check that out. It's not in here. The clay pebbles is not in the houseplants of Encyclopedia. So maybe it's a new thing, you know. They're always coming out with something new. And this is an organic product. I've also when they say organic, I guess they mean they use different type of stuff versus things that are not organic. I'm not sure. I'm not down with the organic. This, like I said, this is my first try. Yo, they have a verse on here from the Bible, Genesis. Hold up. It says, "And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seeds, and the fruit trees yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. Genesis 1 verses 11. Let's read that again. Hold up. "And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit trees yielding fruit after his kind, whose seeds in itself upon the earth. And it was so." There was a quote from the Bible on the clay pebbles. That's new. All right, to be continued. All right, you guys, so this is my newest philodendron. And when she first arrived to me, she was much more fuller than this. I haven't really figured out what this plant is asking of me yet. But I placed her in my recovery window. And I call this my recovery window because whatever plant I put into this window, whatever distress that is in, it does better over time. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it's been at least a couple of weeks. Look at that. This is the miracle window. All the leaves has gotten bigger and a new growth has begun. I don't know why I have such a hard time with the Cebu Papatos, but this is like my second pot and, second plant. And I put it in the clay pebbles because it was dying, as my other did. And I have a third one coming through mail. I don't know what this plant wants. It does look better since I put it in the clay pots. The clay pebbles. And I don't know why I put that top over it. Like the directions didn't tell me to or anything. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Like maybe the inside will cause some type of humidity or moisture. Give it like a rainforest environment. That is so pretty, just looking through there. Look at all the different colors and textures. Look at that lemon line right there. It's propagating. Look at those leaves all the way at the end there. That philodendron respirator, something like that. I can't think. But you know, the leaves that look like split leaves. It's so pretty down there. Just look through there. Look at the purple passion over there to the left. So pretty. All right, so this is how I've been soaking my pebbles. It's just in a glass situation. And they say soak them for 24 hours before you use them on your plants. But I just soak them accordingly. See, it's in the pot. I fill up the pot to the level of beads that I need, pebbles that I need. And go from there. Guys, so this will be my first time removing the plant from the water that it's been sitting in. And before I do that, I just noticed that the big leaf has opened. At first it was closed. They're looking pretty healthy. They are looking more healthier than what they were at first. So this here is just water that I allowed to sit overnight. So it's room temperature and everything. I take the plant out, let it submerge into this water. I'm gonna allow it to sit there for a moment, change this water out, and continue on. So my distress window led me out to be a liar. I'm not sure what happened to my plant. She started off with a good start. I don't know. All right, so let's get into it. What happened here? I did not deserve this. So, since I'm into clay pebbles now, I figured this is the time when I'm going to use my clay pebbles for my plant to see if I can bring it back to life. She's looking pretty bad. Look at this. Look at that. It's not looking good. Now I've done a couple of projects already with the clay pebbles. I want to compare them to the old school propagation. My old school propagation is I just use water. And look at my roots. Okay? And something has happened this year that I'm really excited about. This is my 6th year being a plant mommy. And finally, I'm able to start making plants off of my plants. I clipped this off of one of my plants that I already have. And of course, if you watch my channel, you know the story for the purple passion. The the velvet vine. Her roots are stunning. These came in a little later, so they're still growing. Ooh, look at that. Yes. Now I will be potting these plants today. But not so, I don't know. See, this doesn't have enough roots. And if you grow this plant, you know it's a picky plant. And I want to give her a strong beginning with roots like that. So I'm going to allow them to propagate a little bit more. I also believe that the light helps them propagate well for me. So let me introduce my supplies that I purchased for the clay pebbles. These are the clear pots that I got for the clay pebbles. I'm not sure what this big thing is in the middle, but these are the pots. And you can put soil in them as well. And these are my other pots, just regular plastic white pots for these. So I'm having fun today. Yes. These are my bamboo sticks. Now, the last time I tried the moss poles, right? But for my smaller plants, such as these, I got the bamboo, and they're very stiff. They're very strong. Bamboo. Well, they don't have a name or anything, but on the package. All right. Let's get in here and see what these roots are talking about. I'm so sad my plant has died on me. I'm going to break this plant completely up because I want to put it in the pebbles. I don't want any soil on the roots. I'm going to try to rejuvenate this plant. She's awfully dry. Could that have been a problem that she was dry? No, I'm a heavy water. So she wasn't dry. She's dry at this time because I've kind of just put her to the side until I've had the moment for today. All right, so she has a rooting system, so maybe I can bring her back. I'm just going to clip these roots down a smudge. And put her in some clay pebbles. I just don't understand it. But at least she has roots. And they're not like dead. So maybe I have a chance, right? So what I do is I get as many pebbles as I need. Now you all won't be able to get to see me put the plant into the clay pebbles because you have to let the clay pebbles sit for 6+ hours in water. This is water that I just leave out sometimes. Whatever chemicals is in our water, in the faucet, is not in here because I let this water sit overnight. Just periodically for my plants. Now, thank you. I just put my pebbles in my water and allow this to sit overnight. I completely submerge them and they stay like this for a while. And you'll notice them, they'll get a little plumper, they'll get a little heavier because the water is in them, right? All right. So that's going to be a later project for the baby. In the meantime, I guess I need to put it in something. in something. I'm not gonna fill it with water. I just want to keep the roots moist. So that we have that. Both of those can sit until morning or later on this evening. But in the meantime, let's check on the propagation, babies. I put this plant in here because it was having a lot of problems. I'm not sure how to satisfy this is the Pothos Cebu. And her roots are not growing. She doesn't have roots. Look at that. Oh, okay. I was getting discouraged. All right. So we have some roots. Oh, and the balls are moist. There's a little bit of water in here. I don't know if you can see, but the water stops about right here. And of course, this sits in it, and it can take in as much water as it chooses. And okay, and they're really wet at the bottom. So I'm just going to put my plants back. Since I see roots on these, I'll keep them in the clay pebbles and just give them more time. So I have no idea why. Well, I do. I don't know. I put these, no one told me to do this. I just put them over them because I thought maybe it would cause some type of, I can never get my words right when I'm recording, but you know what I mean. Like a mist and a moist and a warmness in here, it will create. With it being winter, and although they're not on the window, they're close to a window, and you know, some windows have drafts. So your plants know when the seasons change. So since I saw that smudge of roots, I'm going to allow this to just sit a little bit longer. Makes me wonder, with my old school propagation, would just water be quicker and better? I was thinking, if I'm going to use the clay pebbles, because I haven't really decided, if I'm going to use the clay pebbles, I think I would use it for plants when I'm propagating that don't like a lot of water on their stems or on their roots. Because it does keep them lift out of the water, the stems. So we'll see. All right. So that's that. This here is my jade pothos. And this is my favorite pothos, the jade plant. I just made me a plant too. So let's check these out and see if the leaves are feeling okay, like they're getting some type of moisture. This has been opening for a long time. So I already see that dealing with the clay pebbles is a slow transition. It's a slow process. Now, ooh, we got some roots. We have some roots, look at that. Not much, but we have some. And I think I put, well, this pothos has been in here for a good 2 weeks. So that's pretty slow for it not to have more roots than what it has. Do I need to add more water? Do I need less water? But this one has roots. I found another one with roots. Okay. And they're wet. They are wet. The pebbles are wet. Let's put them back. Uh-oh. Which way is up? Which way is down? Some plants won't grow if you propagate them upside down. I'm putting them further in the bottom of my pot this time because I want to completely submerge the stems in the pebbles. I think I'm going to put more water in my containers. Okay. Let the journey continue. So, the clay pebbles. All right. So at this time, I get to plant 2 plants today. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I get to make plants off of my plants. I didn't have to buy it. I didn't have to order it. I clipped it off of my babies. And these are some nice size plants, right? Yes. Here's the mommy. You know, the baby is bigger than the mommy. That's why I clipped her. That's why I clipped this piece off, because it was so huge than the remaining of the plant. And you can tell where she was sitting. She was like right in here somewhere like that. And look at all the new growth that I have on top since I moved this, because she was like shielding like from the light. Oh my gosh, look at all that new growth. Plant, 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 plant. Do your thing. I don't think I want a bamboo stick with this. I think I just want to plant her. There she is. My new plant baby. All mine. And this plant likes to grow out too. It's not like a straight up and down. So these don't need the bamboos. I'm so tickled pink. My very own 2 plant babies. Let's water them. All right, you guys. So of course, I want to get my babies off to a good start. So to help them, I bought these lights, and they're just regular plant lights, and I'm going to put them upon here because this is going to be my new nursery. You see my other nursery with my lights. My light stand is what I call it, and it's a bit crowded. So I had to clear off another area for my plants. Since you know, I can make plants off of plants now. And I'm gonna put them here. Let's begin. Usually I would use these ties to like tie them onto something, but this, you can't tie anything here. So we're not gonna use the ties. The lights did come with like these tape strips, and I guess they're sticky on both sides. I really like these glow lights. If you do not receive good sun, these are really good. And whenever it's dark outside, that's when I run them. I don't run them the same time with the regular daylight. I figure one here, one here. I should have put them both in the middle. I think both in the middle. It sticks pretty strong. Now time for the fun stuff. I have to get a extension cord. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's my plant babies. Watered. and ready to rock. Ooh, look at that. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching Ragdoll Planting. Over and out.